Okay, it's far too hot in Scotland. I'm sweating and I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I took the diff out again. It's a 2.28. There's really long gear ratio and I've got something in my eye, but I'll show you what I'm doing. Might work, might not. If it doesn't work, I need to get another diff because I'm not putting all this back together again, because it probably won't. Right, so this, where's the other thingy? Where is it? Okay, so this was the gear kit that was in it before, so that's a 2.28, and then on here is out of an X5, it's a 4.10. I've already got that in so you can see the difference between the two of them. It's quite a big difference, you know. The ratio is going to be twice as good now. So X5 thing, I chopped the lugs off it because I was trying to like make this just go straight in instead of doing all this, but I couldn't do it. The backing plate on here actually fits that one. That's why I was wanting to do it. It was just the lugs on the front weren't really working. So anyway, that's that. But it looks like it's the same bearings and everything. Looks like it's gonna go straight back in. I'm hoping. I need to get new seals and stuff for it. But yeah, let me try jiggle this together and see if it's gonna work. Okay, so it does work, but bear with me, right? So just now it turns really nice. No knocks or bangs. Really need to replace the crush washer when you're doing this. And then you might need seals as well for the sides and the bottom. But let's talk about this anyway. So what I did first of all is I put the original diff housing, this one, because you can see this isn't welded. So this is the X5 diff housing, whatever you want to call it. This is obviously the 410 gear ratio in here. But what I found was if I had the original Bmw E46 housing, there's wind. Right, so yeah, if I had the original BMW housing here, it's actually offset different, so it sits over here. So then the actual crown doesn't make proper contact with the pinion down there. So if you're going to do this conversion, then pretty much there's circlips in there. Once you get the seal out, there's a circlip up there. Take your circlips out, and then the actual bearing cover or casing or whatever, they should just both push out quite easy. And then you can take this out, take that out, and then your pinion in that, you can just hammer that out from the backside. Once you take this off, there's a nut underneath there. Whack this off, and then you hammer the shaft out of the diff, and then you'll be able to get the pinion out. You can see this one, I didn't really care about it because it's going in the bin, but I just smacked it with a normal hammer. But use a copper one for the X5 one when you're taking that out. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I would put a new crush washer on it, and then you need to do the resistance. It's like a torque resistance, about 0.8 or 0.6 you want. That's what I found online anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The circlips as well, they're different sizes on each side. So when you take them out, make sure the left one goes back in the left side and the right one goes back in the right side. But apart from that, like, you shouldn't really need anything else. Like to get, when you put the pinion back in, and for that, sometimes like I just used a hammer up here, just the end of a hammer, and just bashed it down. So then I could get that on with a nut, and then I obviously just pulled that in back into the bearing in there with a nut. But you just don't want to over tighten it because you've only got one go with the thrust, the crush washer. So if you crush it too much, then you've went too far. Pretty much that pinion, the two bearings, is pretty much like an old wheel bearing you would get in a car. And when you're tightening it, you're trying to take out the plate. That's kind of what you're doing. But the test for it is to check the resistance of this actually turning. And it's like a torque wrench type thing you've got. So, but if not, just take the two diffs to a diff shop and they'll be able to swap it around and just tell them to watch this video quickly so they know. But it's pretty much, this is all X5. This whole bit is X5, and then the pinion's X5, and then yeah, you just put it together and happy days, it all fits. So yeah, let's put it back in the car. Okay, before we get going, that's the 410 diff in. I don't have any footage of the car with a 2.28 or 2.29, whatever it was. So we'll go try this. But anyway, the last diff was basically like, second gear was most of it, even just going up the road here. You could get into third, but you were going pretty quick by that point, you know. So we'll try this, a 410, so see how it goes. See how it feels. Pretty sure it'll feel good. Oh my word, man. Yep. That's fast. Wow, it's hot. And that's really fast. Let's go to Driftland.